In the heart of Europe, Austria has been a center of culture for centuries. It still is a land of quaint old towns and incredible natural beauty. Under Nazi control, it became a slice of hell.
That was my camp number. That's the only thing I have, number. I wasn't existing as a person.
Andrew Sternberg of Shaker Heights was born in Hungary. His family died in Auschwitz. In 1944, the SS selected Sternberg, then 14, for slave labor.
I'm looking for a French man who was in the same barrack in Melk. Hopefully I find him.
Sternberg is back in Mauthausen and some of its many subcamps in Austria. He lived in 3 of those camps for 11 months. At a time when Austria was annexed to Adolf Hitler's German Empire.
I think as a whole world is thinking he's only Jews.
The prisoners were political opponents, some Catholic priests, many captured soldiers, partisans, criminals, or Jews from dozens of nations.
Yeah, my father.
I mean, there's basically more Christians and Jews here. I mean, you could cross all over.
From Italy.
Thank you, thank you.
At ceremonies commemorating the camp's liberation, an Italian survivor offers Sternberg a survivor's scarf. They don't speak a word of each other's language. They understand beyond words.
The bond between us is unbreakable because we know through the memory what we went through.
It is hard for us today to imagine what they went through. Inmates in SS-run concentration camps were regarded as subhumans and methodically worked to death. At Melk and Ebensee, Sternberg and other prisoners had to build tunnels in the mountains. The tunnels were designed to hide German armaments and rocket research. We pause at a memorial to Soviet victims. They died in greater numbers here than Jews.
I could still smell the burning bodies.
Toward the end of the war, the crematoria in Mauthausen and the Melk, Ebensee, and Gusen subcamps ran day and night.
This was the gas camera here. They want to kill them, they brought them here and gassed them.
So many ways to die in the camps or be murdered, but one way was unique to Mauthausen. The 186 steps leading to the quarry became known as the Death Steps. Untold numbers of prisoners fell under their loads of stone or falling rock. If they felt like it, guards simply pushed others to their death, some off the cliff. The SS mockingly called the victims parachutists.
You have no way to comprehend what has happened here for that period of time.
If they lived, prisoners faced ravaging hunger, beatings, and disease. 4 to 5 emaciated men had to sleep in one bunk.
Head and toes, head and toes.
Americans who liberated the camps were astonished.
I was so thin, I was not even 15.
When rescued, the average prisoner weighed 79 pounds. Records were kept of messages, now gone, that were found on the walls of Mauthausen in 1945. One prisoner wrote, "If there is a God, he will have to beg my forgiveness." Survivors from 31 nations, their families and friends, gather on the anniversary of liberation in May 1945. Each year, they come to remember. 81,000 prisoners were liberated from the terror of the Austrian camps. More than 100,000 people perished.
I see a lot of faces. I remember even almost day by day. I wrote it in this book to my comrade. I will remember all of you rest of my life.
We visited 4 camps in all. At each stop, Sternberg and the others in our travel group pay our respects, including Cleveland minister Dr. Otis Moss Jr.
When you see it with your eyes, it is beyond description, but it is not beyond response from generation to generation.
On the last day of ceremonies, Sternberg finds Pierre Ledet, the Frenchman who shared the same barracks. They stand feet away from the ovens they so narrowly avoided. As remaining survivors grow older, they wonder, will this trip be their last? Will the world forget?
This is not a Jewish question. This is a human question.
The past is always the present, and if we ignore it, we do it at our own peril.
Belinda Prinz, Fox 8 News.